Go.
All right, my name's Eric Comrade. I'm back here with Roger. He's going to come back in here in a second. We're going to go over some practice recommendations here today. We just did his putting lesson, his short game lesson for our 3-lesson series. So now we're going to go through some suggestions for him to be able to practice on his own. So a couple different things that he can work on while I'm not around. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the camera here, get a little more mobile, and show you what we're kind of working with here. So the first drill we have Roger doing here is we're gonna set up 3 distance putts. It's working on his lag putting, his distance control. So you can see, go ahead Roger whenever you're ready. So he's got a 3-foot putt that he hits. He moves back to a 9-foot putt. And then we also have 3-foot, 6-foot, then 9-foot putt. So just 3 balls here. Once he completes this one, we'll have him go through and move it back to like 4, 8, and 12, and then 5, 10, 15, and so on. So a couple of different drills so we can kind of feel out the consistency of the greens and just work on his distance control here. So the next thing we're going to do is going to move on to the next one. I don't have a hole in the middle of this putting green that we have working here, so we got a big lacrosse ball right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to set up 4 balls, a diamond across it right here. And when you are on a real putting green, it's a little more convenient because, you know, when you're around the hole like this, you'll be able to putt each one and see the break. So you'll be able to see 4 different breaks in each putt with this. But for consistency here, you can make 4 in a row as the goal, and then you move it back a foot, or 2 feet, or every time until you complete your goal of making all 4 of them in a row again. So he's going to go around here real quick, see if he can make 4 of them. Just hit the ball 4 times. Making sure we're working on that weight on the front foot still, working on the stuff we just worked on the lesson. So that's good, Raj. We'll move on to this next one. He knows he's going to make it. He's feeling it. So next thing we're going to do here is a little bit so he can see some more of the motion of his putt, so he can see where the stroke is going. He can see if he takes that club inside or outside. Ideally, he'll have some alignment sticks down here, but you can see he's just going to take that club back. He's got the ball right at the grips right there, so you can see the takeaway is nice and smooth, and you can focus that club going right down the line for a nice consistent putt. So we'll do one more right there, so he can get a little bit of feedback when he's there by himself. His peripheral vision will be able to see where that club head is going. He'll be able to stay right inside those lanes right there as well. Good, nice and consistent. Good, a little sway in that one. Just got to work on that weight on the front foot a little bit. So then if he gets a little more interesting, he's going to set up a couple more drills here where he puts a ball, or if he's on the course, he can put some tees up there. So he can try and hit through them and make sure he's working on a correct line so he can hit his line more consistently. Feels like he can read the greens well, but he needs to be able to hit his line more consistently. So he's trying to go, right between those balls, pretty close there. And that's what we're working on. So he'll be able to get good feedback with that. So that's what he's going to be working on. One more good one there. Almost broke back in for him. So we want to thank you. I appreciate it. Those are his practice recommendations. And thanks. Have a great day.